Come here, baby. Oh. Good morning, guys. Today I'm going to be going over Pure Bulk's collagen supplement. So one of the things that has been important recently, which I often do, is to go through the cabinets and make sure that anything that has slipped, I kind of weed back out and make sure that I am doing the best I can with not only my diet products, not diet, but food products, and also with like household cleaners. So I've started making my own laundry detergent. I switched to thieves cleaner just to make sure I'm not using a bunch of like harsh chemicals when I wipe off the counter or clean up puppy messes. So this is Bud, by the way. But amongst that is also important for me to make good food choices and supplement choices. So it kind of beautifully aligned a long time ago because I've been bodybuilding since about 2017. Yes, 2017. One of my first shows was in Lincoln City, and I won the overall championship title, and I got this lovely backpack that was filled with supplements from a company called Pure Bulk. And so this was years ago, and I remember thinking they were awesome. I got to talk with this lovely couple. Their names are Dorothy and Roger Clay, and so it's been a long time since I chatted with them, but coolest thing ever is that I got this lovely client named Dorothy as a personal training client, and we got to talking and we put it together. There's a lot of overlap in our circles, and they were in fact the couple I received that backpack with from when I won that title several years ago. So anyways, as things have progressed in my bodybuilding career, it's remained super important for me to maintain my integrity. Just a personal conviction, I'd like to always remain a natural competitor, and so I switched from the NPC, also known as the National Physique Committee, to the WNBF, or better known as the World Natural Bodybuilding Federation. And in the WNBF, what they do at each show is they require a polygraph test, and then if you win any titles, you also are subject to a UA, and that is watched. So pretty extensive drug testing, and it is stressful, but I also think it's awesome because across the board there's a level playing field, and you compete against athletes who, one, you know, they put in the work too, and they have just like a like-minded approach in bodybuilding and in sports in general, and they're in it for like the long haul. So I could go on that tangent forever, but all that is in relevance to the fact that it's super important that I know at all times what I'm putting in my body, because in the WNBF, even if you're not intentionally drug seeking, you do still have to prove, like previously I was on thyroid medication for hypothyroidism, which I was able to heal my body and taper off, which is awesome, but I still had to like show medical proof that I had a need for medication previously, because the WNBF drug test 10 years back, they polygraph, so they'll ask you questions like, have you taken this in the last 10 years? In the last 10 years, have you taken any da-da-da-da? And so I'm very cautious about what I eat. I'm very cautious about the supplements I take. I really am not a big fan of Big Pharma anyways. I used to have my pharmacy tech license, so I feel pretty educated in why I feel the way I do about many medications, and have a very holistic approach to how I handle ailments and or prevention, generally speaking. So I feel so blessed that I had recrossed paths with Dorothy and Roger. They are just a super nice, wonderful family, and I decided that I wanted to talk to them about supplements just because I'm a big fan of supporting a local business, obviously, as things have grown more corporatized over the last few years especially, and because I want to be able to talk to someone about exactly what is in a product. Just because something says non-GMO or something says organic, or they say that like it's a pure process to get their supplements, it doesn't mean anything. And if I don't have like a face to connect, I don't know if I really believe that by getting something that's shipped to me from China, from Amazon, or wherever, you know. So I got to talking with Dorothy. I've been able to ask her like a lot of good questions. For example, I take glutathione, or have like wanted to add that in more recently. I know that my body naturally doesn't metabolize antioxidants as well as others, and so I try to have an extra dose of antioxidants, and glutathione is like a super antioxidant, but she was able to tell me in a more scientific way that I'm not even going to bother trying to explain, but maybe we can do a Q&A at some point. She was talking to me about N-acetylcysteine and how basically your body produces glutathione from N-acetylcysteine. And forgive me if I am explaining this poorly. But yes, so this is why I talked to her. And I was able to add that into my diet. The nice thing too is, like, in the World Natural Bodybuilding Federation, I was able to pull up their banned substance list, double check, and everything that they have bagged up that they have given me, it's literally that product, N-acetylcysteine. There's no additives, there's no fillers, there's no anything else on the list. It's literally pure, which I will say, like, some people want a super flavorful drink. Like, I got all kinds of stuff, and I plan to continue to make more videos. But like BCAAs, I have a bag of BCAAs. They're flavorless because there's no fillers, there's no artificial sweeteners, there's nothing else, and so I can just mix it with whatever I want, whether that's water or like a really high quality fruit juice. So cute. Anyways, and so I know exactly what I'm putting in my body, which is awesome. And so that would be the perk, because I know, like, there's other brands that I've recommended, and there is some great brands out there that, like, have minimal fillers and additives. But to just know that something is literally a plain supplement is an absolute win for me. So all that to say, today I'm drinking the collagen, hydrolyzed collagen from Pure Bulk. And one thing that's important, I don't like vital proteins. I think when you add it into any drink, like that one, you're like, I feel like I taste beef in my coffee, because I always add collagen to my coffee. And so Dorothy was like, it's really important that you're honest with me, and that you're honest even in your videos. We just want, like, real feedback from real people, which I also appreciate. And so I have been adding the collagen to my coffee the last few days, and I use about 20 grams. I use a scale because they do their packaging in bulk, but that is not really a deterrent. So theirs came in a large bag. I saved a previously used protein container just to make it convenient, dumped it in the protein container, and then I figured out my little measuring cup, what it broke down to, 20 grams. And then I like kept that scoop and I put it in the protein container, so I know I'm getting the same serving size each day. So if you have a food scale at home, converting their supplements is super easy. And also I find, like, any extra stress is worth it, to know, like, what you're consuming is actually worth your time. But yeah, so I want to say the verdict on their collagen protein is super good. Doesn't taste like anything, which is the way it should be when you sip on it. It doesn't taste like beef. And so far, that being, like, one of the products I started with them, I've also used creatine, glutathione, and I started taking their supplements, but that's more of like a 6-month basis to really give you an authentic review. But the taste is good. I love the company. It's run by fabulous people who you would probably enjoy supporting if you knew them, because they're awesome. So I would recommend Pure Bulk's collagen protein, and I think you should give it a try if you're looking for a new brand. Thank you.